Good morning, YouTubers, and welcome to Morning Coffee with Mike. It is your man, Mike Martins. I want to thank everybody for joining me and my Patreon supporters for buy me coffee. Gonna get coffee right now. Okay, I'm pretty cheat off right now. I sold something. It fits through the slot. Now, this is gonna cost me $17 to ship to the United States without tracking. To Washington State from where I am is about a 4.5 hour drive. Maybe less, actually, if you go down straight to the US and cut across. Maybe 3 hour, maybe drive, maybe you can get to Washington State in 3 hours. This is right at the Washington border. This is in Blaine, Washington. It's like $17 to ship it without tracking. Because there's a magic card in there, or a little parcel, it's very thin. Look how thin it is. It's paper thin. They won't allow it now. It's got to be through now a clear envelope, not a clear, but a white envelope, so they could see that it's only paper. And then you could ship it regular with the stamp. Wow, they're crippling home-based business here in Canada as much as they could. Like, why do you think more and more people need to go on social assistance? Like, there's a lot of people that used to, you know, with a weakening dollar, we could do really well just shipping little knickknacks and stuff to get by. But the Canadian government has a problem with people advancing. They're calling it a black market economy. How is this a black market economy? When I have to deposit money into my business account, which gets declared to pay my PST. Today is the 1st of November. I got to pay my PST, my provincial sales tax, every month. How is this? I don't understand how this works. Why are they shutting us down like this? Why are they doing this to us? I don't know. I wish I had the answers for certain things, but I don't get it. Why they would even fathom to want to do something like this to us. With a weakening dollar, we could do really well shipping to our neighbors to the south. It's plain and simple. It doesn't take severe mathematics to figure this out. We could do really well, but we're not. They call it a black market economy. The federal government called this a bunch of crooks. And what do they want us to do? They don't no longer hire us at minimum or average wage jobs or minimum wage jobs because employers prefer to hire people from outside because it makes it easier for them to boss them around and tell them, we'll send you back to your country if you misbehave. So what do they want from us? We came in and we built the infrastructure. My dad's a Portuguese, I'm a Portuguese. We worked really hard to build this infrastructure in this country, okay? The Portuguese, the Italians, and the Greeks worked their butts off in construction and cement finishing and framing, and I've lost some family members to on-site deaths at work, on the workplace. You know, I almost lost my dad in his early 30s. To death at the workplace. He suffered a massive head injury, but he was fine after. Luckily, he got back at 95%, and he was good until he got cancer, right? But what do they want for? What do you want us here for then? What's the point? Anyways, guys, that's my rant for that. Let's get more on a global scale. Somebody was asking to give more input on negative interest rates. It's very simple. You are being punished for saving your money. The banks will charge you for holding your money. And you are being rewarded for being in debt, where negative interest rates basically rewards you for being in debt. And you're wondering, well, Mike, how does that work? Well, that's how it works. That's exactly how it works. Well, everyone's going to pull their money out of the banks. That was the next email. No, because they are going to ban cash. It's going to start first in Australia. It's going to start actually really in China. But I don't really care what happens in China. It's a communist country. I don't really care. But realistically, Australia will eventually ban cash. They already got the $10,000 thing on, and it's to protect from money launderers and criminals. No, the common citizen loses always more than what the black market or the gray market always has to gain. It's the common citizen always loses. And a lot of people don't understand that. They always say it's for justice and for freedom and for making things better. So I'm not understanding what's going on when it comes to why are they trying to cripple? Okay, so, you know, I only ship in Canada now. I don't ship to the States because they want 13 pages of paperwork filled out to ship this. And it's not worth it. I got to message this guy now on eBay and tell him it's going to cost, the shipping will cost, it's going to cost $4 more, over more. Not that what he didn't pay for shipping, $4 over more than what, and then what am I going to tell him? I'm going to ship it for $17 without tracking? He's going to tell me to get lost. He's going to try and say I'm making it up. I don't want to sell it to him. I don't know, man. It is what it is. Then I got to go on eBay and contact eBay and tell them, and I got to fight with them if he writes me a bad review. You know, I got to go fight with them, and I got to let them know that, you know, it's going to cost me this much to ship it, and it just doesn't make sense to do, right? I don't know, guys. Sorry, I got the heat on in the car. It's kind of chilly outside. It's -1. It's gonna reach +6 or 7 today, so I'm not too worried about it. Hi, can I get a I'll go with a number 10 today. Extra large dark roast with 1 cream. I don't care. Yeah, and you know what? I'm also gonna get the wrap again, the sausage bacon wrap combo with the small 1 cream coffee. And that's it. Thank you. I always want to order something sweet, guys. I always want to get something sweet. There's so many good sweet stuff. They got the Nutella filled cookies. God, so good. Yeah, guys, I'm pretty choked. You know, I already talked about this many times on my channel, but they're just making fun of us. It's like, what do you want? You don't want us here? Tell us. We'll go back to Europe. You don't want us here? We'll go back to Europe. That's it. It's done. I was speaking to the lady over at the mail post place. She's an older lady. She's a boomer. And she says her grandkids are moving to, hi, Finland. Yes. Thank you. Kids are moving back to grandkids are moving to Finland. They are also, and the mom is, the daughter is moving back to Finland. And they said, you know what? She was offered a job, decent pay. And that's it. They're done. They're going back to Europe. It's over. It's like, well, why? And then, like, what do they want us here? I don't understand. If we're not given, instead of spending our government funds, why isn't Canada, why aren't we creating ice-breaking ships? Why aren't we doing things to explore our Arctic as some of the parts of the Arctic is thawing? There's a lot of good opportunity for Canada to get up to the Arctic and start going into its area of tundra to basically go in and kind of start exploring and spending money on that and creating real jobs. Do you want to create public sector jobs? Maybe create some, those kind of jobs, and finding all kinds of rare earth minerals up there and stuff that hasn't been touched, things like that. Why are we doing that kind of stuff? Maybe I'm just an idiot. That's why. I'm just an absolute. There's a guy in town that believes I'm an absolute buffoon. Not getting it. I'm not computing this. I'm not understand. So now, negative interest rates. What is China doing about it? They're just buying gold. They're not even announcing how much gold they have in hand. Chinese government is telling citizens to buy gold and silver, and then now the gold and silver bullion dealers are closing early, or they're selling 20 to 30% over spot. I covered this almost, 5 months ago now, 6 months. Then you got the bigger channels taking my information from Shanghai Larry that I've been getting. And Shanghai Larry is on the money. He sends me pictures too. And from mainland China, it tells me what's going on down there. But you know what? I don't know, man. I'm just sick and tired. Like, what's the deal? What's the end game? Do you want to put me in jail? You want to send me to a camp? I'm not getting anything. It's not making any sense. If they don't want Europeans here, just tell us. I'm a dual citizen. I'll go back. I could live a very good life in the Azores. I don't have to live here. I don't have to raise my kids here. The second my kids have problems with the new education system they have, that's it. We're gone. We're leaving. Done. And it's going to be very interesting. And we're the taxpayers. Send our kids to school, go to church on Sundays, and watch Thursday night soccer. If you guys know what I'm talking about, that was from the Corbett report when they were talking about mass deportation of Portuguese. They kind of had to make fun of it because it was actually such a big deal. Scores of families and purging of families. Mass deportation of Portuguese. Why does this video get flagged or taken down? Because it's true! When did this happen, Mike, in the 1800s? No! In 2007! 2008, 2009! And now we're screwed. What can I tell you? I don't know what to tell you guys anymore. You know? There should be some sort of, even if there's Wexit and Western Canada leaves, you might see some sort of a change in the algorithm of how things flow. I don't know, man. They could restructure the entire shipping system from Canada to the U.S. to allow more Canadians to work from home. Because that just shut us right down. I can't ship anything to the United States with our weak dollar. Man, we can make a fortune. Exports become more attractive. We look good. We look like the saviors. Now I gotta contact this guy and tell him in Washington. I'm gonna have to call eBay and to make sure. I've already asked them twice to remove all shipping to the United States, like to retract it from all my. The problem is I have 1,800 posts, and for me to do it manually, it takes a long time. So they could do it like a stroke of a button. They could just do it for me. Anyways, I'm at the shop. Oh, there's already the guy in the morning looking into cars for spare change. Bust people's windows. And then you do anything to him for busting your window, you go to jail. And they fine you and you pay the fines. There's no justice anymore. Comment below. I'm just ranting today, blowing off some steam. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, if they don't want us here, we'll just go back to Europe. I just spoke to the lady at the post office. She's like, I think I'm going to retire back to was it Denmark or Finland? Denmark? What I said earlier, Danish or whatever. I'm going to move back there with my daughter once she's settled in. I'm just going to move in with her and help her with the grandkids. Done. Finished. Anyways, let me know. Thanks for watching.